Hello, everybody. This is Dakazu. Welcome back to our watch-along of Million Tag. We're watching episode 2, which came out on July 8th, 2021. I'm here with Darfox8.
Yo.
And our buddy Rush.
Hello.
Yeah, we are here to talk about the second episode. We're going to be getting into the first challenge where the 6 tag teams are asked to create a 4-page manga for Twitter, and they have 4 days to do it. So without further ado, then I'm going to give a countdown. Make sure that you have the second episode queued up. We'll leave a link in the description, of course. And when I say go after the countdown, then you can hit play, and then I should be translating and explaining what's happening in the episode. Darfox and Rush will comment. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no. Who disappeared? Mr. Negative, what's happening? Is Lady Shihei the hitmaker gonna get mad? Very reality TV, this setup at the beginning. Oh, that guy's a genius? Who's gonna get first place? Is that the results? So yeah, Million Tag is a manga competition where a manga editor teams up with a manga artist, try and win the competition. We have our 3 comedians. We also have Ayane Sakura, voice actress. Right now we are on the first challenge. She's explaining how by the end of the episode, we will know who won the first challenge.
Excellent.
And now they're talking about, is it going to happen? Will the hitmaker yell at Mr. Negative? And how will the female editor and the female manga artist team, the female team, do? So they have 4 days to do this first challenge, 4 pages of manga. If you do not make the deadline, you are immediately disqualified. The way to make manga is coming up with a theme, making a prototype, making your thumbnails, doing the pencil sketching, and then finally inking everything. They're working here in this special studio that they've set up for the different manga artists. Now let's check out the veteran team, and the manga artist is the award-winning manga artist. She's very good at action manga. This is the veteran editor from Jump Plus, 12 years experience. But they're going to go for a heartfelt story. Editors saying, if you can try and complete it, the thumbnails by tomorrow. The thumbnails here are you basically panel everything out with rough character sketches. And they work, the manga artist and the editor work together to make the best thumbnails as possible.
It's kind of like a draft or a storyboard.
Yeah.
But they call it thumbnails for some reason.
I think it's because you're basically paneling or thumbnailing everything, right? And the story that they've come up with is about a robot that's falling apart. A service robot. Editors making comments about let's take out the amount of panels and try to make it clear that the robot is old and falling apart right at the beginning. And so she's adapting that. You can see on the right side is how they changed it.
Way less cluttered.
Yep. The first panel is the robot is carrying a cup of coffee. Oh, the editor is commenting on his partner, manga artist, how she's really good at manga. Really understands how to draw everything. Oh. He says the pair of the female artist who's way into drawing sexy girls, he's wondering how they'll do. She's all about I want to draw all fetishes possible. And I just want to stick guys and girls together. her editor is the guy who's like, editing is a professional job. So they are having like a meeting remotely. He wants to focus on this like line of dialogue right here, where she's saying like, "I'm not cute at all." The importance of this scene and this dialogue right here, but the art doesn't kind of match like the character saying, "I'm not cute at all." So now she is like adjusting that into like where you can see her face, making it more of a serious like scene right there. Again, pointing out like how the editor's advice helps adjust the manga artist content, Darvox. Okay, here we have the youngest tag, young artist, young editor. Their theme is suspense. The editor has high hopes because the artist is really good at like doing suspense. Those three teams are doing very well. Let's talk about the other three teams.
Oh no.
We have the editor who doesn't trust his own opinion, and we have the writer-artist combo.
The ones that have done nothing, right? They have no.
Yeah. Oh shit, the editor just flat out said, "You guys should just expect yourselves to be in last place."
Oh wow.
Because they have zero experience, right?
Right. Dang.
So this is they've never drawn a 4-page manga. So he's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." Their theme is horror, but they're having problems with like the panel layouts and what to do. But the editor comes in, and in one night he researched over 100 Twitter manga that went viral, and now gives advice.
This freaking guy, I swear.
Oh look, he's making a mention about, you know who's really good at this? Rensuke Oshikiri, creator of High Score Girl
Oh, hell yeah.
and Miss Miso. And they're explaining how good the like Rensuke Oshikiri's manga is. How fun! A reference to manga artists we like, Darfox. The editor's mentioning how Rensuke Oshikiri always puts like reactions from himself when he's like experiencing horror stuff, and how that's really important for horror stuff. The characters being scared and like reacting to like the horror that's happening. Everyone's very impressed. And this is the changes that they made. Instead of having the characters on the left just chill, it just starts right there at the beginning. And there's a little panel there at the bottom right where like they're reacting to like some kind of weird sound that's happening. They're saying like, thanks to the editor, like instead of going up 3 levels, we've gone up 20 levels all at once. More praise for the editor, Star Fox.
Oh,
I
boy,
think we're
here we
seeing
go.
a theme here. Oh yeah, Mr. Negative, here we go. Oh man, he's like, I don't want to go back to my room. I don't want to go back to my room. Everything Mr. Negative says is negative. His partner is the hitmaker, Lin Shihei. When they're strategizing, I said, since like Hajime Shacho, the YouTuber, is going to be a guest judge, you want to make like a YouTube manga, a manga about YouTube? But this was the idea that later on he was like, he says, well, we talked about it yesterday about making a YouTube manga, but I think I should just make something else. Something that I know that I like. So he's going to focus on making what he wants. But he's having a hard time because he can't think of his ideas. Progress has been small so far. Oh, he took a walk by the river and he was like looking at the river thinking, I want to go home. and he's not having a good time at all. He doesn't understand, actually, the other people say that they're having a good time. But this editor who doesn't know how to wear a mask saying, you know, he hopes that, like, as he keeps working on manga, this manga artist, Mr. Negative, will learn to, like, have, you know, confidence, and that will lead to him feeling good about drawing manga. But a certain tag is having a problem, and it's the female tag. They had decided to make a story about idols. They're passionately talking about it. However, in her room, the female manga artist was nowhere to be seen. What happened to the female manga artist?
Oh no.
2 days till the deadline. Oh, Mr. Negative is working. They're like, did he not get yelled at? Well, actually, last night, Mr. Negative says, you know, it was nice to get yelled at. Because he actually did get yelled at by the hitmaker. The editor's saying, Mr. Negative couldn't come up with ideas, so I went on a walk. So I had to tell him, maybe you don't have time to go on a walk. Maybe you should do some work. So Mr. Negative is like working hard to take back his time because he was going on a walk talking to pigeons. Oh, 9 p.m. on the second day. Oh, the missing female artist, she's back. So she works as an assistant, and she was not able to get out of her assistant work. That's why she wasn't there for that
no.
one day.
That's rough.
Working girl, man. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
she says she just could not get out of like that commitment, even though, but she doesn't want to make excuses, so she's like working hard now. I feel bad for her, man. Like she's in this competition, but she still has to like go do an assistant job.
And the other guy's
female-
going for walks and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Nick's going for walks while like she's like having to like not participate because she has to do her day job. So once the artists that are done with making their thumbnails, they're actually inking.
Whoa!
Oh, check it out.
It looked nuts. Good job.
I'm surprised that the award-making manga artist, the female, she actually like does it analog, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Hitmaker made a good comment about like this guy's manga after he put it in. He's like, you know, I just made it. I made a notice, so you should probably change this. This is the panel. This girl is delivering soba noodles to, and they're doing this door, right? On the left, the door is opening from the outside as opposed to like the door like. You're seeing the door like opening that way as opposed to door opening outside way, which is the way you would see it if you're standing outside. So that's the change that they made. Do you get it, Darfox?
Yeah. Small detail, but makes sense.
Yeah, small detail, but Mr. I don't wear a mask correctly. That hitmaker, he knows what's up. Seriously, this guy needs to learn how to wear a mask.
It's funny, he's one of the few who is actually wearing a mask, right? Why
Well,
is
some
he...
of them, the other ones are when they're meeting.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No, the female editor's like, this is still no good after I got your thumbnails.
That's rough.
I mean, they're a day behind too, so.
Right, yeah, but she's doing what she can.
Once your manuscript is finished, you put it in that red box by the copy machine. They have 16 hours till the deadline. Remember, if you miss the deadline, you're immediately disqualified from this competition. One tag starts to make a move. It's actually Mr. Negative. He's done. He's the first one done.
That face.
I
and
love his
avatars are good.
avatar. Yeah, his avatar face is great. Fetish manga artist. She is second.
Oh, yeah.
call her, refer to her as Fetish Cat. Because she refers to her name as like...
Giza Neko.
Yeah, Giza Neko, yeah. Cat. This is the, that was the hit, the award-winning female manga artist. And then here's the duo tag. They put it in. And then the youngest.
Wait, so
manga
are
artist,
we
yeah.
missing anybody?
We're missing 5 tags have submitted so far. We're missing 1.
The idol group?
Yes.
Oh.
Because she was behind, remember? She was a day behind anyway. The editor's here. She's right. She's finishing it out right now. She says, like, this is the closest deadline I've ever been for anything that I worked on. 30 minutes before deadline, she was able to put it in.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Fucked up situation.
Yeah, that sucks. Her editor, like, was sending, like, her texts about, like, you know, do your best, like, how you doing? And checking in on her, so. The female editor here was really impressed, like, how much, like, she put into her manga. There is a reason why she was last, and we will find out soon. But here, onto the judging, guys. Oh, there's a special memo. There is one tag team that met 7 times. They're making a mention how, like, these manga editors are still doing their day job, working with, like, sometimes, like, 10 to almost, like, 100 different manga artists and working with them. Sometimes they have to, like, check on their, like, health. Besides, like, talking about, like, the manga that they're doing. Yeah, this guy, who doesn't trust his own opinion, editor, checked out over 100 viral, like, Twitter manga for information. Let's focus more on how editors are helping out their, like, manga artists. Or how the hitmaker had to tell this guy, stop looking at pigeons. Maybe you should draw your manga. And he was the first one to put in. Which is surprise, surprise. So you can actually look at all these 4-page manga that the 6 tag teams put out on the official Twitter for, I think, Jump Plus. But also they'll be, like, introduced, like, right here in the judging as well. The ones who are judging this time is the editor-in-chief of Jump Plus, Shuhei Hosono, the vice editor-in-chief, Yuta Momiyama, and there's the guest judge. Famous Japanese YouTuber, Hajime Shacho. Look at that Japanese YouTube stuff that's happening.
Oh, man.
What is this?
Oh, what the heck is that?
It's a heck of a comic reaction.
Oh, interesting. He says he's going to be focused on the visuals. If he looks at it and he thinks, like, it's really pretty, that's going to be, like, really important to him.
Wow, okay.
MCs here are saying that, like, Hajime Shacho is probably, like, helping represent, like, the, you know, the casual reader, the audience. But the 3 of them will be judging the 6 4-page manga here, and they will be deciding who are the top 3. The lower third will not be numbered. And only the person who ends up with the first place finish in this challenge will get the reward. Oh, they're having a hard time because they're, like, the quality is so high. All right, let's look at I Don't Trust My Opinion editor and the duo. They're doing a manga, horror manga, actually was experienced by the artist. A real story where in the middle of the night they heard a crazy sound, and then like he got yelled at the next morning by his mom saying like something scary, like what were you doing causing a ruckus? But that wasn't him. Oh, they're focusing on how like the reaction shots of like him like are like really scary, and like he must be really scared.
That's all good because that was editor's notes too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And also they're mentioning how horror in general is really hard because once you start a horror, the reader expects you to become scared, right? So it's like a hard genre or theme to like address. This is the veteran and the award-winning manga artist. There's a robot that doesn't do well, but at the end, like the broken robot, it has to go out and like get food, but it actually turns out the girl wants to get a new robot to replace him, so like the old robot won't have to work anymore. That was the twist. But they're kind of mentioning how like the expressions of like the girl are like way too like she's so aggressive
That is
here,
very
and then
intense,
like
yeah. And
then like on the third page, that's supposed to be the heartfelt like actually like I care about you. And they're saying like they can tell like the manga artist was going for like a reveal, but like the expressions like too like
right, the contrast is crazy.
yeah, the contrast is too big. Now we have the young team. It's actually a suspense where everyone dying leaves a dying message that doesn't make sense. Like, you were the killer. It's like, I was stabbed to death. I might die. You know, like, why do all these dying messages don't make any sense? Hey, well, it's because the maid was the killer all along. They're talking about how they laughed at the end. Like, they really like the gag at the end. For like a 4-page manga, it's probably like one of the best. Great use of like the joke at the end. People are dying and they're cracking up. Now for the Hitmaker, Mr.
boy.
Negative. It's a story about a guy who wants to like who wants to meet this girl whose father works at a soba shop, so ends up being a good story where the girl delivers the soba to see the guy after she overhears him saying she likes him. I mean, he likes her. They're talking about how they kind of want to see what happens next. This is like a good hook to see like what's happening. And they like this little motion here where when the girl like parks her scooter, she like checks her hair and fixes her hair right there. They're mentioning that here, like the little like motions and gestures of like what she's doing. With sound effect, chush chush, as she fixes her hair. Very cute. Alright, Fetish Cat. Check it out. It's about a girl who's... Yep.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah. There's a guy and a girl, and they're like, I'm the death god. And at the beginning, when you read it, you think the girl is the death god. And the guy's like, before, you know, we go, like, let's, like, see how cute you are. And then she talks about how she's not cute, but at the end, it turns out the guy was, like, the death god. Ready to take her away. And now she's satisfied. Because she'll be able to finally die happy.
It's pretty dark. It's implied that she killed herself, right?
Well, yeah, she did die, yeah.
Dang.
Well, she had a moment of happiness before she died. The female tag team, it's about an idol who's gonna quit, and then, like, the other idol in the group is kind of, like, sad because she wants to keep going. Obviously, like, the girl quitting is, like, the star. And the reason that this female artist took so long is because she did this. One page was in full color.
Wow. That's awesome.
Want to make an impact with that color page, Rush.
Yeah, man. Worked on me.
Oh, they're like, can't believe this was made in 4 pages. It was actually 3 pages, man. She wasn't working a day. That's why she took all the way to like 30 minutes before deadline. But here you go. All 6 tag teams made it. Now they're making predictions about who won. Oh, okay. So the judges judged based on how surprised they were by the 4-page manga and kind of like feeling the passion of like the artist drawing what they want to. She wants to go with the youngest tag. Pechineko, Mr. Negative. Oh, he thinks it's everybody. It's like he says everybody's name, right? And then you can't fail. Oh, time for the... Oh, she's gonna introduce it. She's gonna try a drum roll, but she can't roll her tongue.
Wow.
I can't. Hey, I'm like that bad too.
I can't roll my tongue.
I'm a bad
Okay, here we go.
Hispanic.
Here you go. Here's the Zero Experience duo. They have the results are in the envelope.
Mm.
If they place one between 1 and 3rd, it will say so. But if they didn't place, it will have nothing there. The editor does not know.
Oh no.
No
4th?
result.
Yeah, no result. Okay.
They're mad. They just gotta like try harder next time. Next is the award-making manga artist about the robot.
She's gonna
and
get
the angry
3.
girl.
3rd place. I'm calling it.
Dang.
The editor's like, oh no. No placement.
Ooh.
No placement. Wow.
She's surprised. She's legit surprised. Like, did they forget to write my placement?
Dang.
She's really bummed.
Yeah.
She wants to get better, and so she can like beat anybody. Oh, I bet she like thought she was gonna place. That's rough.
Nah, I thought she was gonna place.
Now the youngest pair and the youngest manga artist looking at it together. 2nd place.
Oh, nice.
The one about the suspense and the dying messages. But they're saying, it's so close. So close. Which is the pair that is going to take first over the youngest tag? Now the hitmaker. Can't wear a mask. And Mr. Negative. What will their placement be? Third.
Hey,
3rd. I'm hoping
Good.
that
Better than not placing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you didn't get the award, but it's like better than not. It's like, yeah, I thought that's pretty good.
I hope this one gets.
Oh no,
or
which one is it gonna be? Is it gonna be the female tag?
Yeah,
with
I
the
want
color
this one.
page?
The color page. Come on.
Or is it gonna be Fetish Cat?
oh, I doubt it's Fetish Cat.
Which will it be? Who will get first?
Fucking TV. Stop it.
No placement for the female tag.
Wow,
Wow.
Fetish Cat got first. Oh my goodness.
You're like, seriously?
Bunch of perverts on that freaking panel.
Which means the first place was Fetish Cat with your story about the death gods. They said they really felt the energy from the manga artist.
Yeah, they
What they wanted to draw.
Yeah, you think?
I mean, she said she wanted to draw like sexy girls, so that's what she drew. And they really liked the twist at the end where it ended up being the guy who was the death god as opposed to the girl. He thought it was a story about like a guy being taken away to the afterworld, and the last thing he wanted was to see a sexy girl. But it turned out it was the opposite. So they are saying like, "This is great." Oh, the female tag. She's looking at it as a positive light. You know, maybe it's good that she didn't place with that because now like she can like she won't feel like satisfied, right? She can just like try her best from here. And here's the rankings. Fetch Shineko, Fetish Cat, number 1, Youngest Tag, 2nd, and Mr. Negative, 3rd. So now they're back meeting, commenting about how it was. They were all impressed. One thing I like about this when they all meet, pay attention to Mr. Negative. He barely claps. Everyone else is like, yeah. Mr. Negative's like, golf claps. Because he's the negative. Oh, so the reward for getting first place in that challenge is she gets to have a phone call with Tatsuki Fujimoto, creator of Chainsaw Man, and get some advice about drawing manga.
Wow.
So that will be coming up in like future episodes. You'll see Fetish Cat talk with Tatsuki Fujimoto about what he thinks is the key to drawing manga. Look at Mr. Negative.
Negative his hand in his lap.
She wants to ask lots of questions about like how to like attract the audience. Oh, now we're getting into what is the second challenge. The second challenge will be a full storyboard and character designs. So for Yomikiri and Shonen Jump, this is what you present to like the editors for like this is going to be like my series. It's going to 40 to 60 pages of like the storyboards, the thumbnails, maybe like covering 3 chapters, and then also character designs, making sure you can design like interesting characters. The true challenge starts from here for these 6 tag teams.
The real million tag starts now.
So there you go. Yeah, Fetish Cat, number 1.
Unexpected. That's good.
Very unexpected. I still feel weird about this. Watching all this rejection being like dramatized. I still feel kind of weird about it.
That's what's gonna happen in like reality competitions, though. At least they're like not shit talking each other. Like some reality competitions.
It's just kind of like a reality of the format and the product.
Yeah,
you have to accept if you're gonna like watch this.
Okay, here we are at the end. Oh, this comedian is gonna make one comment about next episode. What's he gonna say? Finally, those 2 will meet! Which 2? Who's he talking about? Oh, there you go. Oh no, Fetish Cat is like, I don't know how to draw manga. Why did I decide to do this, like, competition? Oh, Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Nice, go Benny's car.
Oh, focusing on, like, readability. Very useful. Will she be able to make a comeback? There we go. That was episode 2.
That was great.
Yep. Entertaining stuff, man.
Thank you, as usual, for your breakneck speed.
I'm sure some of it is wrong, so you might want to put that at the beginning.
We got the gist of it. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like translate as best as I can or interpret like on the spot, but you guys get the gist of what's happening. I think you're right though, Dart Fox. It is like they still need to focus on like, oh, this tag didn't win, and like the manga artist is sad about it.
Well, yeah, just the whole envelope system of like it's just like. Seeing their heartbreak.
But there you go. So yeah, we'll definitely be getting together again for another Watchalong, a million tag, when we come back for episode 3. Stay tuned. Bye.